Friends, hi YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Guys, in this video we're going to be learning about the fourth dimensional manifesting, also called as power manifesting. Now this is a very powerful concept. Einstein was famous to say that everything is energy, and then he also went on to say that if you tune yourself to that energy, you're more likely to create it. And this was the greatest physicist who ever lived, coming to this conclusion and making this statement, right? So we have something to pick from there and apply it in our life. And from there on, this concept of power manifesting or fourth dimensional manifesting evolved, which has its roots in science, a neuroscience called neurolinguistic programming. So what is fourth dimensional manifesting? So most people, when they want to manifest things, they do it in a 3D manner. So for example, if you want to manifest something, you start by writing your goals, you imagine it, you make some affirmations about it, and then you go and read about the affirmations, you visualize it, and then you just leave it. This is the general three-dimensional manifesting. Well, it is powerful and it works, but it can take time. And here the problem is that you have to do this repeatedly, because most often what happens in life, that life comes in between. It can be your work, it can be your family, friends, any issues going in, right? So you will be lost in between and you'll not be able to do the repetitions. And for this kind of a manifesting, you have to do the repetitions, right? More repetitions. With fourth dimensional manifesting, you have to do less repetitions. And in the end, I will tell you to also apply NLP, neurolinguistic programming, to make it happen even more smoothly, right? So what problem are we solving here, right? So there are two problems. When you want to manifest something, first, you don't believe it, right? So you have to make sure that through whatever process you're following, you install the belief system first, right? And second problem, most people, when they doubt, their mind is not ready to perceive. If they have very audacious goals, right, how they're going to achieve them. So they don't have any path laid out, right? So these are the two problems what we have in the normal manifesting, right? You don't believe and you don't have any path to follow. You have visualized, but what is the path going to look like? What are you going to do tomorrow, day after, right? There's no trail. So to solve the second problem, I'll address it later. It will be through NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. But for the first problem, and what you do in fourth dimensional manifesting is you do the usual thing. So for example, whatever scenario you want 3, 4, 5 years down the line, you write it out in detail. You visualize the picture and you write down the affirmations, right? To either write the affirmations daily or read the affirmations daily, whichever form works best for you. But you make the picture, and then what you have to do is, once you've visualized in fourth dimension, you just bring it back. So for example, if you see yourself 3 years into the future, what will be the 1 year in the future looks like, right? Then how does the second year in the future looks like, right? And then from 1 year you actually break it down to the months. So what will a month, the 11th month looks like, the progress, then in 10th, 9th, and you write this on detail, right? And guys, we're talking about your life. We're talking about our life over here. I'm no expert. I'm also someone who's trying these methods, right? I'm just teaching what I'm learning. So I generally, when these things need time, whenever things are about the future, I write out in detail. I have a separate journal which I call the weekend journal, where I write these things in detail, right? And it might take time, it might take hours, right? But it's worth it. Go sit in a Starbucks or a cafeteria and do this exercise, right? It's worth it, because it's about our future, right? And we're shaping and steering the universe in the direction what we want. And if you don't do that, what mostly ends up happening is life will take you wherever. It's like with a ship without a goal. It will land up in some random island. But if a ship is having a goal, right, it will cross the oceans, it will reach its destination. This is the benefit of having goals and the power of making mental pictures and manifestation, right? So what happens in fourth dimensional manifesting? You have done this, you have basically brought it down, you have left this trail in time and space, right? You have involved now time and space. So it is fourth dimension, right? You have involved the fourth dimension. So that's why it's called as the fourth dimensional manifesting. Now, to instill the belief, what you have to know, there's a principle of neurolinguistic programming, and which is called basically superimposing your belief system with something that you know exists with something which you want to exist, right? So for example, if it's like a certain amount of a if it's like a certain job you want, right? And you can do this for money as well, right? Or relationship, whatever. So if you want a certain job, you just first visualize and feel yourself. How do you feel like going into your current job? After when you're doing your mental visualization, you basically come to the feeling of how you feel when you go and work in your current job. You sit in your office, you're so comfortable, you know exactly that this is happening because you are doing it. Your mind has already believed because you are doing it. It has already happened to you, right? And then you bring in that another job's vision, what is distant in the future, 3 years down the line, right? And then you just superimpose into that. So in neurolinguistic programming, your mind thinks in pictures. We all know that. So when we close our eyes, mind is only thinking in pictures. So wherever this picture of your current job is forming, when you're visualizing your current job, right? If it's in the left, right, center, distant, near, wherever, right? You hold that picture over there, and then you again visualize the new picture which you want, right? And slowly you bring the new picture and impose in the where the picture for your current job is forming, and then you superimpose that, and you do this repeatedly, right? And this is the whole concept of fourth dimensional manifesting. So you visualize yourself, you left the trails in time and space, you saw it back to the future, to your current state, and then you added this additional thing over here by basically activating the neurolinguistic programming by superimposing the picture of what you know already exists to what you want to exist, right? And then this makes it like very, very powerful concept. You will have believed it, you know the future, you will see the steps because you are then following the next steps, what you're going to do tomorrow, day after, right, in the months to come. And some changes will happen for sure, right? But you will be steered in the direction in which you want to go. And this is very true. This is how the best of the best does it. And by the way, guys, I learned all this from Tony Robbins, right? I'm a fanatic about psychology, manifesting, personal development, personal growth, law of attraction. And Tony Robbins is the guy who's a master of neurolinguistic programming, and it's amazing. So try this and see the changes in your life. That's more important. Don't question it. Just anyway, we are gonna take the action, right? But this will just make it much, much, much more powerful, and you will be much, much more confident and peaceful and not anxious about going towards your goals, because you already know they exist and you are now slowly developing the belief system. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you liked it, do give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I will see you again in my next one. Till then, take care, bye-bye, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.